Welcome to episode number 30 of Life Without Cravings. So today's episode is going to be a little bit different. And I'm talking to you especially if you are someone who you usually have a plan for what you're going to eat and then you end up eating something different. Even if that isn't carbs, you just seem to be unable to stick with your diet, or even if you are someone who just keeps deciding every day that today is going to be the day when I'm going to quit. But before you go to bed, you're already screwed it up. You're already blown it. And you have to start again tomorrow. Or if you are someone who feels like you are majorly influenced by other people's opinions. So when they tell you that you should try to eat this way, or you should eat those kind of macros, or you should do this, you're doing it wrong. Or maybe there are people that say, oh, this is the best cookie in the world, you just have to taste it, and you feel really compelled to do whatever it is that they say that you should be doing. If that's you and you don't feel good about acting this way, this episode is for you guys. So what I'm going to share with you today, I'm hoping that this is going to blow your mind. It has blown my mind for several years. And when I first came across it, I was completely sold. And I think that you're going to be too. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to dive into the major tool that I'm using in my self-coaching practice. So I'm using this pretty much every day when I'm coaching myself. And I'm also planning on recording a 6-week course for all my clients because I want them to have this tool. I think it's going to help them massively to just stay on track between the sessions and just make it a much smoother journey, basically. And I want you guys to get a taste of it as well, because this is something that every single person in the world could absolutely benefit from. And if you want to do the complete training, I will tell you a little bit about how you can do that at the end. But first, I just want to tell you all about it. So this tool can literally help you with anything in life that you're struggling with. So when you feel like you are stuck, all you have to do is get this toolbox out and get to work. Use the tools and you will be able to get unstuck again. So when you learn how to do this, you will be able to take control of your life, and just right now, you will be able to take control of your diet, you will be able to take control of how you react to other people, and you will just be able to do this in every single area of your life. No matter what the circumstances is, what other people say or do, or what the government is doing, or who was elected president, or whether there's a bowl of chocolate in front of you, none of that matters anymore, because you will know how to handle that. So it's just a great tool with that when you learn how to use it, you will be able to pretty much handle any situation. And I can tell you that it works. It works really well when you're using it. I have been using it for years now, and it's actually what has taught me so much, or it's probably the thing that has taught me the most about how my brain is working. And it always sort of keeps me on track with my goals, because it prevents me from just going into these negative thought spirals that you probably know what I'm talking about. Most people have them every now and then. It's just spiraling thoughts about just negative thinking to prevent me from taking action and doing things. And we easily, as humans, we very easily get stuck in these thought loops. So there's a reason for why the brain is doing this, because it's much more comfortable. But when I'm doing that, I'm not doing things that are in alignment with my true values and my true goals. So I don't want to be stuck in those thought loops. I'm going to give you a very simple example of this. So, for example, on my YouTube channel, 7 months ago, I stopped doing interviews. So some of you will remember that I was interviewing different interesting people on my channel. When I stopped doing that, my views dropped to maybe 30% of the views I had when I was interviewing people. We are 7 months later, and it has not picked up to the same viewer numbers, right? My brain wanted me to go back to safety, wanted me to start interviewing people again, but through self-coaching and also using my coach. I self-coach before I go to my coach, by the way. So I'm always very clear on what I need help with. I could just see like I could continue doing this, but it's not in alignment with what my goals and my purpose in life. I didn't want to do it. I don't care if I only have 30% of the views. Because what I care about is helping those of you who are here that need this specific help. There are so many channels out on YouTube that are interviewing people. There's so many interesting interviews. It's not unique. But what I'm doing here is pretty damn unique. I don't see anyone else teaching this stuff. So for those of you who are resonating with this message, I think this channel is like a really important tool for you to get to where you want to be. And that is what matters to me, even if that is a tenth of the people that used to watch my YouTube videos. So I had to do some self-coaching around that to kind of not feel like, am I doing the right thing? Start questioning myself. And mostly I managed to get that sorted myself. I remember bringing it up for coaching, and that's just to get the reinforcement that I needed. So I believe that self-coaching is just one of the most important things that I do on a daily basis, which allows me to stay on track with everything that is important to me. And the way that I do this is I journal every day. Sometimes I just write down whatever is on my mind. So I just do a brain dump on everything that is there, because sometimes it's a bit chaotic. So if you're a person who has a lot of mind drama, a lot of thoughts going on, I would recommend that you start here, because you need to get that shit out of there. But sometimes I just write down whatever is like, I write down something that is like a goal of mine, something that I want to explore with intention. And when I do it with intention, it's usually around a goal that I have that I might feel a bit like anxious about, because I don't quite believe that I will get there, or maybe I just have a lot of negative thinking around it, which makes me feel really anxious or stressed about it. So I just do a brain dump that is very specifically around this goal. And I just put all my thoughts down on a piece of paper or in a journal about this goal. And then I have a look through everything that I've written down, and I'm trying to find all the bullshit thoughts, which is the majority of them. But I identify all the bullshit thoughts that are in my head, and then I just pick one of them. Sometimes I pick more than one, but I always start with one. And I would recommend that you start with one in the beginning. And I have a look at how this thought is preventing me from reaching my goal. That's what bullshit thoughts do. They prevent you from going to where you want to be. So if you were doing this with, let's say you're one of these people and you're like, yeah, I think I'm gonna start my diet again tomorrow, and I'm not gonna eat any crap in the evening as I usually do, and then you feel very, very stressed about it. So you just do a brain dump on you starting this diet again tomorrow. And one of the thoughts that you might see among others, because there are going to be several of them, might be, well, we'll see how it goes. And it doesn't sound too bad, but when we start looking at it, you will notice that it's going to prevent you from actually succeeding. So when you have a look at this thought, the emotion that will create in your body will most likely be a very non-committed emotion. You might feel non-committed, you might feel like you've given up already, or you might feel defeated, something along those lines. And when you feel, let's say, you feel non-committed, you are never going to commit to making it happen. It's kind of self-explanatory, I think. So you will most likely wake up in the morning and think that you're just gonna see how it goes. My intention is to not eat any crap tonight. But then you don't have a plan beyond that. You haven't figured out how to deal with your cravings. You just like, well, we'll see how it goes. You haven't really thought about why it's important for you to do this. And most likely you haven't even thought about how to celebrate if you succeed, or maybe we should say when you succeed. Because at this stage, those are just empty words. They don't mean anything. See how it goes. It's just going to be like, well, we'll see what happens. I'm completely out. I don't have any control here. So I'm going to see what the universe is throwing at me and what's going to, what's going to happen tonight. And as long as you think that, you are probably going to give in to your cravings and just eat. So you're almost guaranteed to fail when you have this thought. So you are going to need, what you're not going to need to do instead is that you need to figure out how you would need to feel in order to succeed with actually just sitting with your cravings and not eating the bullshit. And then you need to think higher value thoughts that will make you feel that way. Let me explain. So first you need to pick a feeling that you want to have. And this might be maybe determined, maybe committed, maybe it's something like relaxed or purposeful. Could be any of those. I can see how all of those could work to actually get you to do it, because if you feel purposeful, even if you feel relaxed, it's like there's no drama. I don't have to fight those cravings. It's just like, this is what I'm doing, and you relax about it. If that is the feeling that you have, it's going to be a lot easier. But if we go with the feeling of feeling committed, and we're looking at what higher level thoughts that you would have to have about doing this thing to make you feel committed, we might find that you have to have a thought like, I'm going to do everything that I need to do to succeed. Or possibly, I'm going to practice this skill until it comes naturally to me. Both of those will create the feeling in your body of commitment. And from commitment, when you feel committed, you're going to take different actions. So when the cravings hit in the evening and I'm thinking that I'm going to do everything that I can or that I need to do to succeed, guess what's going to happen? I'm going to try some shit. I'm not going to wait and see what is happening. I'm going to try stuff. I'm going to give myself the space to sit with those cravings and just allow them. Because I'm going to try everything that I can think of that would make me succeed. And I'm going to let it be uncomfortable. Because this is where you fail. It's like, oh, but it didn't feel good, so I had to eat. It's not going to feel good, especially not in the beginning. It's going to feel easier the more you do it. But in the beginning, it won't. So now, because I'm willing to do everything to succeed, I am going to succeed. Because there is a way of doing this. It has been proven over and over again. I have done it. My clients have done it. Other people who I have not been coaching have done it. People can do it. People who have a human brain can rewire their brains to success. And you can do that as well. So by just changing the way that you think about it, you will change the outcome of your evening and therefore the outcome of pretty much your whole life that you have ahead of you. It's going to be very different from what your life has been, because now you've changed something really big in your life. And if you do this every evening, you are going to rewire your brain to do it automatically for you. So you don't even have to feel uncomfortable anymore after a while. It's just going to be a new habit that is going to happen without you thinking about it. And that's kind of pretty sweet. That's where we want to get to. And we can do this in any area of our lives. You can use this tool to stop reacting to things or stop reacting to what people tell you. So let's say you have a boss that just told you that you don't do enough at work. And you're most likely going to feel very anxious, or maybe you're going to be angry. There's going to be some strong emotions there most likely because of the way that you're thinking about what your boss told you. So all you need to do is identify the thought that is causing the anxiety or the anger, and then you plug it into the model to see what the results are for you in this model. When you are feeling anxious or angry, it will have a negative outcome for you. It's not going to affect your boss. There is no win for you to think this way. You can start thinking about this differently to change how you feel about it, and then the outcome in your life is going to be completely different. And this is what you have control over. Unfortunately, we can't change the boss's words. You're going to have to change how you think about those words. So we can intentionally change what we think about anything in life that we want to feel a different way. So this is literally what I'm doing every day to stay on track with my life and my goals and I look at all the thoughts that are preventing me from moving towards my goal. And then I just change them. And I change them to thoughts that will generate feelings that will drive me towards my goal. So it's a two-step process. First of all, I don't want to have the thoughts that prevents me from getting there, and then I want to make sure that I'm choosing thoughts that will help me to get there. Because if I choose something that is just neutral, it's not going to move me anyway, and I'm not going to grow as much. So it's important to choose the right kind of thoughts as well. Okay, so that's pretty much all I wanted to teach you today. And now, for those of you who want to do this for yourselves, I want to give you an opportunity to start doing this work in the most efficient way and to practice higher level thinking, just so that you can start living a life that is a lot more aligned with your soul. So the course is not going to go away because I will be recording it, but the live coaching component is. So if you want help, if you want my help to make sure that you are doing it right and you are getting the most out of this course and learn as much as you can about how to actually choose your thoughts and how to do this practice, you want to sign up now. Because every single day that goes by is just another missed opportunity on your part for you to feel great in your life. So if you want to do this, sign up now. Don't wait 3 weeks. Because in 3 weeks, half the course, at least the live coaching component is going to be gone. That's a missed opportunity. So just sign up now and get it happening now. And what's even more important, in my opinion anyway, is that when you're using this practice every day, you will just start becoming more clear on what's important in your life, and you will be more focused on spending time on the things that actually matter to you. And you will start getting to know yourself and your values on a much deeper level, and then you will just be able to start build that connection with yourself on the self-love. So it's a beautiful process, and it's something that has helped me so much in my life in every freaking area actually. So I do recommend that you do this. So for those of you who want to become mind ninjas and take control of your lives to just feel great in every area, there are 2 ways that you can take part. So the first one is, if you have been thinking about joining my group, quitting for the last time, or working with me one-on-one, if you've been thinking about that, if you sign up in the next week, you will get this whole course for free. So you can it's just a bonus. You can just jump in and you can do the whole course. And I'm not going to charge you for that as well. You will get it for free. And I think it will complement the coaching really well, because a lot of the time, especially for one-on-one clients, because they usually don't go through the video material, but also for people who do the course, it's just a reinforcement of having a daily practice that will keep you moving towards your goal. Otherwise, it's a lot of the time when I'm coaching, especially my one-on-one clients, it's like they do great for 4 or 5 days, and then they start declining for the last 2 days. So if they just had this self-coaching practice during those 2 days, they would still be on top. So I think it will be a really great tool to have alongside the coaching as well. Or you can just purchase the course separately. And to do that, you have to go to www.kimjansson.com/self-coach in one word. Don't forget the www. If you put it in the browser without it, you will get an error message, I think. And I will link to that in the description as well, so you can just click that. And the price would be $295 for 6 weeks coaching and teaching. You will have lifetime access to the course, so if you miss any of the sessions live, you can watch it anytime on replay. I will put them up as we go along, so they will be updated in the course portal. So when you sign up, what will happen is that you will get a confirmation email with the dates and the times for the live calls, and you will get the login details to the course portal, and that's also where you will find the workbook, and later on that's where I will put the recordings so that you can always access that at any time. And the reason that I'm offering this as a standalone course as well as an aid for my current clients is because I have had quite a few people now telling me that I want to work with you, but I'm not really food addicted, or I'm not really addicted to the carbs. So if that's you and you want to work with me, here's your opportunity for the next 6 weeks, because I will be there and I will be coaching you every week and make sure that you get it right. And for those of you who think that my group program has been out of your reach, you can absolutely use this course to address your carb addiction on your own. It's entirely possible to do that as well, because this is just reprogramming your brain. And you can use this tool just as well. It's not as much information and it's not a lot of extra exercises, but you can still use this tool because this is what I have used. It's essentially at the root of what I'm using, or what I was using when I got rid of my addiction. So, but if you just want a tool that you can use in everyday life for any problem, this tool is also perfect for that, obviously. So I'm using it in every area of my life. It works with anything. So what will happen is I will be teaching 1 class per week, typically on a Saturday afternoon in the US or a Sunday morning here in New Zealand and Australia. We're starting on Saturday the 25th of February. So if you want in, you need to sign up before then. Otherwise, you'll at least miss the first class. I will go live once a week. I just teach you in detail how to do this. So if you're showing up live, I'm going to coach you through the whole process. So there won't be any question marks. You will know exactly how to do it. You will be able to do it at the level that I'm doing it. And you will be able to start coaching yourself from week 1. So I have laid it up like an introductory where we go through all of it in the first week to get you started. And then the following 5 weeks, I'm going to go into more detail so that you can fine tune as you go along. But I want you to get started straight away. So I don't want to teach you something one week, and then you have to wait a whole week before you can get started. You can get started straight away. And then we just make it more and more efficient for you and make sure that everything is at the level that you need it to be. So if you have any problems with being consistent in your life, focusing on your goals, even deciding on your goals, or if you are someone who's constantly people pleasing and you find yourself getting really annoyed with that because it's wearing you out, you feel like you can't say no, but you don't actually want to say yes, then this course is going to be perfect for you, because we will address all of this, how to live in alignment with your own values and do what makes you feel good. This is where we're coming from. Everything that you do has to make you feel good about yourself, because when you can feel good in your life, you will be more giving to others as well. So you're not just going to enhance your own life, you're going to enhance the life of other people around you as well. So head over to www.pimjansson.com/self-coach and sign up, or sign up for Quitting for the Last Time to get access, or send me an email if you want to work with me one-on-one. But you have to do it this week to be able to hop on the first call that we're having. So I will put all the links in the description for you as well. So have a wonderful week, and I will see you again next week. Bye!